According to news reports on Monday, Muslim pilgrims who have met health conditions to attend this year's Hajj season have started a week-long domestic isolation under a strict health protocol to stem the spread of COVID-19. The pilgrims will undergo coronavirus testing before allowed to go to the holy city of Mecca. They will have to place themselves under domestic isolation after the end of the Hajj rituals as a preventive measure against COVID-19. India reported more than 40,000 new cases of COVID-19 on Monday, a record high for the country. The 40,425 new cases raised India's total to 1,118,043, including 27,497 deaths. The ministry said late Sunday that India's coronavirus fatality rate, currently at 2.49%, is progressively falling due to an effective containment strategy and aggressive testing. A country of 1.4 billion people, India has been conducting nearly 10,000 tests per million people. More than 300,000 samples are being tested every day now, compared to just a few hundred in March, according to the Indian Council of Medical Research, India's top medical research body. Peru on Monday passed 13,000 COVID-19 deaths, the health ministry said, a day before the country is scheduled to reopen restaurants as part of easing lockdown measures. According to the ministry's daily report, an additional 189 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. The report also showed 4,019 new infections had been recorded, bringing the total caseload to 353,590. Peru, with 33 million inhabitants, has the second highest number of cases in Latin America after Brazil. It also has the third highest death toll after Brazil and Mexico. Health Minister Juan Carlos Zevallos warned on Monday the situation in the Ecuadorian capital Quito is critical due to the COVID-19 epidemic. Minister Zevallos said between April and July, public hospitals in Quito, home to 2.78 million, expanded their intensive care units from 61 to 162. He added demand for hospital beds grew by 1.6 times over the same period. According to official figures, the capital has 10,599 infections and is the second most affected city after Guayaquil. The reopening and relaxing of social distancing restrictions in some states may be contributing to the first noticeable nationwide increase in coronavirus fatalities since April, when the pandemic initially peaked. The number of cases in late June surged higher than during the outbreak's first peak. At the same time, daily COVID-19 fatalities decreased slightly, leading President Donald Trump to proclaim that deaths were way down. Public health experts have pointed to a few factors that help explain why the death count was initially flat. Treatment has improved, and young people who are less likely to die from COVID-19 make up a larger share of new cases. Health Minister Olivier Véran said Monday French authorities have reported 400 to 500 active coronavirus outbreak clusters, but there are no signs of an imminent second wave. He said many of the current virus clusters involve abattoirs or other contained professional settings, such as old age homes. Others had resulted from family reunions during the summer holidays. France has been one of the hardest hit countries in Europe, with a coronavirus death toll of over 30,150 people. Bangladesh has approved the third phase trial of a potential COVID-19 vaccine developed by China's Sinovac Biotech Limited, officials said on Monday, as infections continue to rise in the densely populated South Asian countries. The International Center for Diarrheal Disease Research said Bangladesh will conduct the trial that could begin next month. Egypt's parliament is to vote Monday to authorize the president to deploy troops to neighboring Libya if Turkey-backed forces there, allied with the UN-supported government in Tripoli, move to retake the strategic coastal city of Sirte. According to lawmaker Mustafa Bakri, the vote was initially scheduled for Sunday but was moved to Monday in a closed session. The House of Representatives, packed with supporters of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, is highly likely to vote in favor of sending troops to Libya. Poland's foreign minister signaled on Monday he may resign from his job as the ruling Plan Justice Party considers personal changes in the government following presidential vote earlier this month. The vote, won by the incumbent Andrzej Duda, a PiS ally, was seen as key for Poland's future relations with the EU, which have been frayed by the bloc's concerns over the rule of law. The foreign minister said a few months ago it was agreed that Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki is to continue his mission until the presidential election. He added that there is no pressure on him from the PiS to resign. The Netherlands Defense Ministry said Monday 2 people died when a Dutch Army helicopter crashed into the sea soon after takeoff from the Caribbean island of Aruba. The ministry said the chopper was on its way to a neighboring island on Sunday afternoon when it came down 12 kilometers off the coast of Aruba, a Netherlands overseas territory. Rob Boer, head of the Dutch Armed Forces, said the cause of the crash was not immediately clear, but a Coast Guard helicopter and Dutch military divers would try to find the aircraft's black box. However, the search would be made more difficult by strong winds, currents and large waves, Boer cautioned, adding that an investigation would be opened. Intense rain and floods in the Indian state of Assam have killed at least 84 people and displaced more than 2.75 million since May, authorities said on Monday as they tried to collect the bodies of 9 rare rhinos drowned in the past 10 days. Rescue teams were facing a double challenge of rising floodwaters amid the novel coronavirus as villagers driven from their homes huddle in shelters. Officials warned that the water level in the Brahmaputra River is expected to rise by 11 centimeters 2 weeks after it burst its banks, swamping more than 2,500 villages. The Business Ministry said on Monday Britain has signed deals to secure 90 million doses of 2 possible COVID-19 vaccines from the Pfizer Incorporated and BioNTech Alliance and French Krug Valneva. The ministry said Britain had secured 30 million doses of the experimental BioNTech Pfizer vaccine and a deal in principle for 60 million doses of the Valneva vaccine, with an option of 40 million more doses if it was proven to be safe, effective and suitable. Financial terms of the deals were not confirmed. EU summit host Charles Michel implored the bloc's bickering leaders to compromise on a huge economic rescue package as he battled to save a deadlocked summit. Meanwhile, the EU leaders were making progress Monday after 3 days of haggling over a plan to revive economies throttled by the COVID-19 pandemic. But Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte warned the discussions could still fall apart. Leaders are at odds over how to carve up a vast recovery fund designed to help haul Europe out of its deepest recession since World War II and what strings to attach for countries it would benefit.